starting lineups. First for the visiting Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. Defender number 2, Radio McKenzie. Defender Anthony Rowan. Midfielder number 6, Abdul Kuku. Midfielder number 10, Davey Albert. Forward number 11, Aiden Chocombo. Midfielder number 16, Timon Zek. Defender number 18, Anthony Galaradi. Defender number 22, Dion Travis. Forward number 25, Aiden Kyra. Midfielder number 27, Marcus Lauer. And in goal, number 1, Wyatt Kistner. The head coach for FGCU is Jesse Cormier, with assistant coaches Sheldon Cipriani and Peter Thomas. And now for your Stetson pattern.
We don't have
Defender number 2, Tom DiLorenzo. Inspire. Number 6, Alessandro Cavani. Number 7, Luis Lara. Number 9, Kelvin Zink. Number 11, Charles Orr. Number 17, Gabriel Toro. Number 20, Jacob Leonard. Number 23, Andres Lada. Number 32, Tavon Guzdan. And in goal, number 12, Nicolo Radaelli. Your head coach, the Stetson Hatters, is Emmett Bukowski, with assistant coaches Jaime Ibarra and Nate Rosanto.
Spares if we need them. On the kids when the mics are coming on. Yeah, it's already done. And I can hear us now on it. It's hanging down. For that very reason, where we're not picked up. You're not letting me. Don't have
Hello and welcome to the ATC. We have Tuesday night ASUN men's soccer as we're approaching the final games of the season. Both these two teams tonight have locked up spots in the ASUN tournament, but we'll see the seeding after tonight's game. I'm Joseph Ashley. Welcome here. We're here for Stetson University and Florida Gulf Coast University. The Eagles are the visitors tonight, coming up from Fort Myers for this midweek action. The Eagles are dressed out in their blue kits, white numerals, and over the top of the numerals, that word Eagles is printed on every jersey. Stetson's in white with the green numerals. Right now, Florida Gulf Coast just took control, trying to move forward, but so far the action's been in the Florida Gulf Coast side as they give it up to Charles All. Through ball to Gabriel Toro, crossed in the middle, but blocked out by the defense for a corner kick. Dangerous situation avoided by the visiting Eagles, and they have a player down in the early going. Grabbing his shoulders there. We're stopping the clock here so the training staff can come out and take a look. Bit of a rough start, but in case you missed the lineups. All right, their players up and walking off the field. I guess they're going to go with 10, at least temporarily. We'll see if they decide to sub or not. Regardless, one of the best keepers between the posts for Florida Gulf Coast, one of the best keepers in the A-Sun, that is Wyatt Kistner. He'll be minding the net here. While I was spectating that it would be Owen Jack getting the start, so we'd have keeper versus keeper. Long kick, shot, and goal by Alessandro Gabani. Charles All on the assist, and the early lead goes to the home team. Wasn't even through introductions here, but the Hatters do not care. They're going to score it and ruin my intros anyway. 1-0, less than 2 minutes into this one. Charles All, designed corner kick. They just went far. The defense didn't react and close out on Alessandro Gabani, and he just drilled it. So we have a goal from number 6, an assist by number 11. And less than 100 seconds in, Stetson is taking an early lead. A lot of soccer to be played, though. This Florida Gulf Coast team, they beat Lipscomb, one of the top 15 teams in the nation. So this match not over by a long shot, but an early haymaker thrown by the Hatters. That ball gets thrown into Andres Mata there, bounces around. All will bring it under control, but it slips 3 for Florida Gulf Coast. They tried to play it forward there, but Moosenden with a good takeaway. Now All has it going wide, looking for Toro. Plays it over the top. It's a foot race now between McKenzie and Toro. McKenzie wins. Sends it back to Kirchner, who plays it forward, but too high for the Eagles to maintain control. Throw to Stetson. Picking that ball up now, that's number 2, Tom DiLorenzo, as he'll survey the situation. Threw it in looking for Mata, but a good step up there from the back line. That was Rowan sent that ball out of play. And for all the excitement a minute ago, we have a hush here as we have a stunned crowd. Toro trying to make the best of that one, but squirts free for FGCU as they send it forward. Only as far as Moosenden, though, who plays it into Kabani. Brings it under control. Up forward to All. All cuts inside. Has to retreat, though. Send it to Moosenden because the defense won't allow it. DiLorenzo with it now. Sends it inside. Flag stays down. I believe Mata, had he got there, it would have been from an offside position, but Florida Gulf Coast is on the attack now till DiLorenzo dispossesses the ball. That was Kira carrying it for the Eagles. Cross from Gabriel Toro in the box, shot, and another goal! Mata gets on the score sheet. Assist from Toro. Goal by Mata. And Stetson's up 2-0 in the first 5 minutes. Florida Gulf Coast is stunned. Frankly, so am I. I was speaking with head coach Emmett Rakowski before the game. He said they were going to attack tonight. There was not much to lose. Both these teams had clinched spots in the postseason. He wanted an attack. It looks like some successful early attacks to me. And now we're back underway with Florida Gulf Coast kicking off. They're working it around the back, just trying to get some possession. Now they play it forward. Moosen then picks it up, though, finds Toro immediately. Toro's looking forward, all on the run here. Should be able to track this down, but might tracked it down, yes, but not able to do anything like that if I wouldn't stumble over my own words. Over the top here, looking for Kira. Wintermeyer goes in the air and brings it back into play and back into Hatter possession as it goes back to Radielli. Radielli booms it forward. Mata chases, cannot come up with it, and FGCU will take possession. They're attacking down the left now. That's Gagliardi with it. Plays it out of bounds, and he'll pick it up and toss it back to McKenzie to throw it in. 2-0, 40-41 left in the first half. Stetson's just pressing, and here it comes again, potentially. Good play, though, by Cuckoo to keep the ball for FGCU. Sends it wide, and a bit of moment for us to breathe as FGCU kind of maintains possession in their own half. Stetson loves pressing the ball. They've got a young, fast team that's going to get up and get in your face and try to cause turnovers. Right now, FGCU's just trying to build from the back, and they've got an attack started here as they play the ball back and forth to each other. Chance here, shot, and FGCU gets one back. 2-1 in the early going. 3 goals with 5:01 off the clock. A great counterattack capped off in net. Stetson 2, Florida Gulf Coast 1, 39:59 left in a first half clock. I don't know how many we'll get tonight, but at our current rate, we're looking at a very lopsided number on the scoreboard. We'll see how Stetson reacts to letting one in here as that's played over the top from Mata. He's got the beating of his opponent as he shields him to take care of that ball. Spins inside's got a chance, but it deflects back. DiLorenzo picks it up, sends it down the right-hand side for Toro. Toro with it, trying for DiLorenzo again. He might be able to cross it, but he cannot keep it in the field of play. Goal kick to the Eagles. Holy smokes, this was a bit of a start here. 3 goals in 5:01. As 2 of the teams with 2 of the best keepers in the A-Sun have been tested early. I believe we've had 3 shots and 3 goals. As Charles All puts on the pressure now for the Hatters. But a good clearance pass. I believe that was from Rowan getting that ball out, but Stetson takes control with it, and Gabani is looking for something. He finds DiLorenzo, finds Toro up on the wing. Toro trying to get around his defender. That's McKenzie. Gets a cross in. Header. And a goal! Alessandro Gabani gets his second goal. Gabriel Toro on the assist. Oh, my. I stand corrected. Luis Laura gets the goal. 4 goals now in less than 7 minutes. And 6:14 has come off the clock. And 4 goals. And we're underway again. For those of you tracking at home, you may just be just as confused as I am, but they play on here as Stetson picks it up to the back, sent over the top, but the Eagles will have an easy play back to Kistner in goal. We've had 4 shots and 4 goals in this game. I thought this was going to be a defensive-heavy contest with the quality of keepers and goals, but no one's keeping anything out so far. But right now, just kind of jockeyed in midfield, and then Moosenden's going to just send it to the practice field on the other side of the pitch, and Florida Gulf Coast will throw it back in to get us restarted. They're looking downfield. Kiro had his back to the goal box. Yeah, it's going to say a free kick for the Hatters there. I'm not sure if it was a foul. I believe it was pointed for a handball. But Niccolo Radaeli will get us restarted here. Radaeli's made a couple starts for the Hatters, but they've all been out of conference until tonight. Tonight he makes his A-Sun debut. And while he let in a goal on his first shot, he had a similar performance at South Florida. I got to tell him after the game that he was an undefeated goalkeeper in NCAA Division I soccer, but he also let in a goal on the first shot he faced. He didn't mind, though. He took off with the win, and it was the first win for Stetson over South Florida in 24 years, and he got to put his name on it. But tonight, he's let in a goal again on his first shot here, but his offense has been there. That ball played over the top, and Radaeli had it covered there. Not sure if that was a mishandle or just seeing if they could confuse the keeper with the height of the cross there. Regardless, if you're just joining us, 3-1 Stetson in what's been a turbulent start. 3 goals in the first 6 minutes, 4 goals, in the first 6 minutes, 14 seconds. 3 of them by the Hatters, a response by the Eagles. But so far, 3 goals, 3 different scorekeepers. Here's potentially Luis Laura, but the flag is up for offside. I know he was playing on that shoulder, but he was just beyond it for the flag going up. As people are still filing into the athletic training center here in DeLand, Florida, on the university or the campus of Stetson University. Just breathtaking start here. You expect maybe a low-scoring game here, and you wind up with 4 very early ones. Stetson got the first one in about the first 100 seconds of play. Earned a corner kick, had a set piece that went right to Gabani to volley. And Gabani just blasted it. Nothing anyone could have did to stop it. The defense thought the ball was going long. As a matter of fact, it was going long. And we might have something here. Motto with an angle. Motto with a goal! Dan Wintermeyer from the back line connects with Andres Mata at the front, and Stetson puts a 4 spot on the board. 35-10 remaining. We haven't played 10 minutes yet, and we have 5 goals. As I was setting up the workers for this game, we had one of our most seasoned veterans here to stat, and we were breaking in a newer but well-educated and well-mannered young man on the stat program. He's had his work for him, and we're 9 minutes 50 seconds in. And Stetson is cruising right now. 4-1 scoreline. 0 saves from either keeper. 5 shots total. Just absolutely offensive masterclass from both teams. But the team in white seems to be getting the better of the offense right now. As the pressing was making mistakes, the runs have been timed to beat the back lines, with the exception of Laura's a few minutes ago. And now here's a chance for Florida Gulf Coast as Myers is forced to send it back to Radaeli, and a good clearance will make them restart. His bouncing ball here, a good flip by Mata, but a clearance by the Eagles, but only as far as Musenden, who finds De Lorenzo. He's got Toro on the right sideline. Cross comes in.
Nice opportunity. Nice job.
Cross comes in. The flag was going up early for offside, but Laura could not get there regardless, and they will leave it for a goal kick. 4-1 scoreline, 34:01 left. And by no means, if you're thinking Florida Gulf Coast is out of this, I've got news for you. This is a quality opponent that has beat a top 15 team within the last week. They will fight back. They will want to win this game. Do not leave now just because of the scoreline. Anything could happen at any point here. As the Eagles form an attack, they're inside the goal box right now. Leonard on the shadowing as it sends it centrally, and now The Eagles change the point of attack. Goes into the middle of play, but cleared finally by Kelvin Zink, and Mata's going to try to run this one down, but loses the foot race, but wins the ball. He's got Toro on his horse, though. He's going in. He's inside the Florida Gulf Coast box as he keeps it in bounds until he doesn't. Ruling is goal kick, though. And we see our first substitution for the night.
Substitution for FGCU, 13. Tremian Simpson.
13, that's Tremian Simpson comes in for McKenzie. He'll take that role, like-for-like swap. They're not liking what Toro's doing on this right-hand attack side for Stetson. He's getting the better of McKenzie there, so now Simpson will come in to see if he can keep Toro under control. But right now, FGCU is going forward. DiLorenzo gets low, though, and dispossesses the ball. He's coming the other way. Going over the top, looking for Laura. Good control there, but defender right on him. Spins to his left, and he's got a little bit of space. Nice play. I believe that was Travis went down and made the play for the Florida Gulf Coast defense. And now the Eagles are going forward. Jarred loose, went down. I believe that was Jacob Leonard there, the left back for the Hatters there. Leonard has came on strong lately, earned his starting role. Emmett Rakowski really likes what he's seen out of that freshman there in that left back role. But the young kid, or young man I should say, is skilled enough to where he has played in the left and right back spots to relieve Colton Myers and Tom DiLorenzo, who's throwing the ball in now. Leonard has a real good future here, and Mata is dispossessed there as Cuckoo gets the best of him and continues to carry it. Back to Rowan, middle of the Florida Gulf Coast defense, and they'll work it around the back to Travis now. Travis looking for options, back to Rowan in the central defense area. Sends it over for Simpson now. Florida Gulf Coast is just looking for some breathing room. We're just about 15 minutes in here. 4-1 score line. 5 shots on goal, 0 saves. 4 for the Hatters, 1 for the Eagles. We thank you for joining us, whichever team you're rooting for. We'll have you here with us on YouTube through the end of this one. Leonard picks it up now for the Hatters. A lot of pressure on him, looking for an outlet, looking upfield for Charles All. Him or Mata there. They see it go between the two of them, and FGCU picks it back up. This is about the longest stretch that either team has really enjoyed possession. I mean, minus that little clearance, Florida Gulf Coast has had it now for a couple minutes as they're trying to regroup. This seems like a very deep hole to climb out of, but there's still a lot of time left, and it only takes a second, really, to develop that momentum to claw back into this game. But Stetson has it now from the throw-in spot, and they're going to be looking to attack here. All sent wide. DiLorenzo's got some space. He's looking for Toro down the line. Chip over the top. Toro can't come up with this one. Neither can Simpson. They'll let it go out for a goal kick. Just not the start that I don't think anyone was expecting. Emmett Rakowski said they were going to attack and kind of let it all hang out there because Stetson could potentially drop in the standings, but they could only drop as far as 5th. And that depends on Bellarmine beating Lipscomb, who are coming off a loss to this Florida Gulf Coast University team, and with their record, they're not going to be in a very happy mood against Bellarmine tonight. That and both teams have locked up tournament slots. It is a playoff, but it is a tournament. the A-Sun postseason tournament, as now Stetson will enjoy some possession around the back. Nicolo Radielli getting his first A-Sun start, sends that wide. Good run from the Eagles here, but that one's going to go out of bounds for a corner kick. It must have taken a deflection there. They're saying Wintermeyer touched it before he went out. So now the Eagles will get a chance from the corner. Their alignment shifts forward. Kistner is all the way at the midfield stripe as he has two defenders in front of him. One player short for a potential short corner, but the kick will come in for 6 targets. Over the top, bouncing loose, still in the field of play, and Mata will carry with a head of steam. He's cutting inside. He's got All up front. All's looking over the top. He's got, I think that's Toro, 17 on the other side of the field. He's got an inside runner from Laura. Doesn't take it and tries to beat Kistner back post, but puts too much on it. Toro unhappy with himself with that attempt. But it was a good counterattack from the Hatters there to put the pressure on the far end of the field and get it away from Radielli. Kistner will get us restarted here. So we're back underway. Rowan with it as he'll send it to the far side of the field, the attacking right, the defending left. And Gulf Coast is trying to probe and find a hole up that right-hand side, and they just might with some critical passing here as defense comes forward. Wintermeyer jars it loose, though, which be glad that he did because Gagliardi was standing wide open, arms to the side, wondering why the pass never made it through to him. A fairly obvious offside. The assistant ref let go for longer than I would have liked. Not necessarily a bad play, but it was slow to rejoin the play, and coming from a fairly obvious offside position to play that ball, and the assistant, it's like the brain short-circuited there for a minute before the flag went up. Regardless, Radielli gets us restarted here. Both players go up for it, deemed to have gone off the FGCU player Stetson throw. Four, 1 Hatters, 25:40 left. First half, off the corner flag and out for a corner kick. I think both teams were just kind of watching, wondering which way that was going to be ruled as the Hatters now rotate for their corner kick plays. Leonard and Toro back. Nicolo Radielli is right about the middle third. 1 corner taker, 7 Hatters to target. Short corner taken for Laura, back out, all over the top, punched away only as far as Moosenden. Back to Toro. Toro going over the top for a cross. Headed once, twice by the Eagles, played over the top, and now it's a foot race. All trying to deflect it, but it goes wide for Florida Gulf Coast there. Now back deep. Toro covers it. Radielli shielded, waiting for what to play. Cleared by Stetson. Florida Gulf Coast retains possession. And now they're going to attack again. That's Mara with it. Now Stetson controlling the box. They find All. Toro with it. He's got some space. He's got DiLorenzo behind him. They play it. 1 touch to Moosenden. Mata. All. DiLorenzo. Looking for Mata, intercepted by Florida Gulf Coast. DiLorenzo clears it out of play. Gagliardi will throw it back in, or he'll chuck it back to Simpson to throw back in as a sub comes on for Florida Gulf Coast. That's Jacamba made way for him. That's number 11. Couldn't quite hear who the sub who came on was, though. Bit of a loose ball here, but the Eagles retain as they send it back. Rowan with it now, sends it centrally. That's Cuckoo with it as Mata's there to provide a bit of defensive pressure as the Hatters have 3 subs lined up on that far side. Di Lorenzo sends it backwards, though. Alves picks it up here, and that's going to make it all the way back to Radaeli, who's going to dribble to the far side of the box and make the forward come over to force him to pick it up. With a big lead this early, Radaeli's looking to waste all the time he can. He wants to stay undefeated as a college goalkeeper and pick up a win after a Florida in-state rival school for Stetson. Good distribution as he sent it forward there for, I believe that was Laura, but could not be controlled and went out of bounds, though. Laura's on him now, though, and has dispossessed the FGCU player as he's looking forward there. Played, but a little too much pepper on that for Mata to catch up to. 4-1 scoreline now, as Radaeli got credited for a save. I'm unsure when that happened, though. Or, excuse me, Kistner got credited for a save.
Substitution, 29. Lucas Gallagher. Number 23, Andres Patton. And number 19, Connor
All right, here's the offensive line change for the Hatters. Their forwards will swap out there for those who get the hockey reference there. Scattergood, Bates, and I could not hear or see yet the third one. Regardless, cross comes in for Scattergood. Headed into an empty area, but no one there to pick it up. Now, the counterattack comes, but Moosenden there to stop the advance. Unfortunately, Leonard could not keep control of it for the Hatters. Had it to go out with not much pressure on him. Back into play, finally made way for FGCU down to that Stetson final third, but they give the throw and the possession right back to the Hatters here. As we've at least calmed down a little bit from the 5-goal barrage earlier. At some point, the law of averages was going to catch up with these two teams, and they were going to slow down. That was Connor Bates applying the pressure to the FGCU backline, though, and now Scattergood will go up and force the issue. Moosenden and a bunch of people closing, but some good moves there by, I believe that was either Cuckoo with the moves. Really, that's only who that could have been. It was a single digit. I thought it was a 6 or a 9, and it was indeed a 6. Cuckoo there, dribbling around with the moves there. Is now FGCU's going to change the point of attack and look for some gaps in this Stetson defense. They found the net once, but they need to find it 3 more times just to tie it up here. But all it takes for momentum is that first goal. That's what Stetson's trying to prevent. They had one go in that made it 2-1, and they put in 2 to extend the lead since that time. But it was a beautiful bit of interplay there for the FGCU goal. And both the Hatter goals have been beautiful to where there was no real chance here, but a chance for the Eagles here. As Kira's on the edge of the box. Now a really good chance for Gagliardi. Sends it in. Shot to goal for FGCU. 4-2. 18:54 left, first half. As some good interplay between the Eagles have given them some life in this match. We'll see if the Hatters respond again as quickly as they did last time. Head hung a little bit, but 6 goals in this first half. I was talking about the momentum only taking a second, and the visitors have grabbed it. So now Stetson restarts. Musenden with it. Wintermeyer back for DiLorenzo, who's being closed down quickly. Looking for Toro. Finds Toro. Toro was trying to one-touch it, but it landed right in Simpson's lap as here comes FGCU again. Cross from Gagliardi, but deemed to have went over the crossbar and out of play. Thus the goal kick here from Radielli. Radielli's goal kick still not quite controlled as it bounces around midfield. Now the Eagles have control with it. Good spin and tap back there from the FGCU forward there. Wintermeyer steps up and sends it inside. Bates to Gabani. Gabani was trying to find, I believe that's Mata on that far side. I believe all rotated out. But now the Eagles are going through and Wintermeyer sends it forward. Scattergood controls it, leaves it for Bates. Wide, 1-2. Bates trying to run it down now, but the Eagles trying to send it forward till Gabani sends it out of play. As now both teams will sub. Gabriel Toro will come off for the Hatters. That's Gio Rodriguez coming on. FGCU gets us back underway with a long throw. Bouncing around there. Gabani trying to take control with it, but the visiting Eagles keep control with it. Cross comes in. Rodriguez back there to clean up, though. Still in trouble. Sends it out, but punched right back in, and FGCU's got a chance here. Still in play for the Eagles. Tipped forward and cleared, and Rodriguez has a foot race. But a good play by Simpson prevents any trouble as here comes Scattergood up the field. Trying to trap Kistner there back deep and get him to make a mistake. But the veteran goalkeeper and one of the best keepers in the A-Sun keeps the scoreline the same. He's had to deal with a lot of offense from Stetson tonight. Not much he could have done differently to prevent any of these attacks that have resulted in goals for the Hatters. Now FGCU, they've scored the most recent of our 6 goals here. They're trying to build some momentum and claw their way back into this game. That will not help them, though. Ball goes over the line for a throw-in, and player ends up wasting a little more time. Not real threat here. We're still in the first half. We got 45 minutes left in this one, and we got 15-22 left in this first half. But the way the Stetson team is playing, it's going to take every minute here for FGCU to climb back in this one if they want to get a result from this one. Certainly they don't want Stetson to score anymore here.
Pressure down, pressure on.
But the Hatters here have forced the Eagles back in their own third as they're looking for an outlet, and they may have found it here as they're right at the midfield stripe and coming forward here, looking for gaps in that Stetson back line. Musenden with a nice spin, gets free, plays it forward. The one touch went right between a couple Hatters and fell for the Eagles, but they send it over the top and no one's running, and DiLorenzo has a minute to play it back to Radielli. Radielli finally being closed. He's looking for Rodriguez up front, but a little too far for him. Simpson trying to keep it. Rodriguez shielding. Simpson's pass goes to DiLorenzo, and here come the Hatters. Gabani looking over the top for Scattergood. Header's still loose there. Gabani ends up getting it back. The Hatters still have possession while Alessandro, a Rome, Italy native, controls and goes forward. Clear it out for a Hatter throw. 2 more subs, 1 each way. Leonard off for the Hatters.
Hatter substitution, number 28.
Myers on. Myers with the throw and still down there in his general areas. He's getting his first touches in early here as Stetson looks to try to break this back line again. Myers with the cross. Trying to go over the top but couldn't quite find anyone there. Gabani ends up with a 50-50 ball through good effort. Falls for DiLorenzo, who has a low cross or a shot. Not sure of the intent there. Gabani with it now. Finds Rodriguez. DiLorenzo on the overlap. Tries to go back for Rodriguez, but a good defensive stop keeps it in play. The deflection off DiLorenzo is going to give FGCU the throw. Maybe a little too cute there for the Hatters, but I believe that was Rowan with the clearance there. But very easily could have been Gagliardi there. Both of them were back there in defense. 12:28 left. 4-2 scoreline. First half. 6 combined goals between these units in the first about 30 minutes. Maybe a little longer than that 30 minutes, but had roughly 5 minutes of scoreless soccer here, and it seems weird in this game to say that. Normally you're looking at the 85 minutes scoreless soccer when you got 2 defenses on there with 2 great keepers. But the offenses just said, not tonight. We're going to find the net. We're going to do it often. And it hasn't been one way. 4-2 scoreline. The Eagles have had some great offensive presence when they've got down there, but Stetson's done well to keep them in the midfield. Good play by Gagliardi to keep that one in the field of play and crosses it deep, but his second cross tonight to where he has gone over the crossbar for a goal kick. But he has got loose down there as Stetson makes a sub here. DiLorenzo comes off. Musenden was already on there. That's Sheldon Sacchi comes on. The other sub you can see behind the net now exiting for FGCU right in front of that Hatter sign. I think he's just tired. He was holding his stomach there for a bit. Hopefully just a cramp. Doesn't appear to be a limp or anything from him. As FGCU gets the better of that goal kick but can't do anything with it, out for a throw. As Sacchi comes over to, that's not Sacchi, that's Jaden Gonzalez. Took a second to throw that. Gonzalez kind of ignored the first sub there, but for a fact, so did the ref. There were a couple buzzes from the horn, but the ref just decided the throw was more important and let it go ahead. But here comes Miguel Romero. A lot of young, a bit of old talent on this team, and a lot of very young, raw talent there with a lot of energy that runs fast, though. Like Wintermeyer's one of the senior leaders on this team, headed it down to Romero, who's just an incoming freshman who's got a lot of time. Now we're back underway as FGCU sends it around the back. Rowan with it now. Wide to Simpson. Back to Rowan. Here comes Scattergood on the pressure, trying to tackle that ball away. Rowan just forced to send it over the top, but a good play there by Maurer. A nice stop by Wintermeyer to prevent the attack. Wintermeyer was sorely missed in that Lipscomb game as they got 2 goals from the air, and by far one of the best defenders the Hatters have, if not the best. Stop the clock. That's probably going to be a talking to, as Gonzalez took a little shove there from Markowitz. Regardless, we're back underway as Gonzalez sends it wide again. Clearly, Daniel Gutierrez, our center ref for tonight, he's seen some stuff he didn't like and is addressing that now. I can see a big grin on Daniel Wintermeyer's face from here. I don't have the best eyes, but I can tell that smile when I see it, even being about 150 feet away. Might be the fact that he's in contention, might be the 2-goal lead. As Wintermeyer sends it out, sent back in. Zink sends it out. Falling for Gulf Coast. Sent wide right to Gio Rodriguez from a misplay from the Gulf Coast defenses. Here comes Gio. Back to Gabani. Gabani looking wide. Back to Wintermeyer, but a bad pass here, and Wintermeyer quick in retreat because it was about to be a 2-on-none situation for Radaeli. Regardless, still an attack though, and Myers sticks a critical foot in there and prevents the attack. Now Stetson's going the other way. Myers going over the top. He's got Scattergood, but it just gets over his head. Chasing it down though. The Hatters putting pressure on everything as Gonzalez forces the issue here. Then Romero, and Romero's pressure forces the bad pass and gets Stetson the ball back. Freshman Miguel Romero just came on there, fresh legs. Just intelligent young man there. Played, I believe, for Atlanta United's youth team there. As here come Bates. Bates through ball for Scattergood. Scattergood looking on the end of it. Tried to jump over the tackle, and the tackle went into him. And he doesn't appear hurt, but he was sitting over the end line there as he tumbled to the ground. Miguel Romero, though, comes through, comes up in defense, and dispossesses the ball. Myers with it now. He's looking wide. Connects that pass. Back inside to Gabani. Gabani surveying, has a bit of time. Finds Gonzalez. He's got help around him. Goes to Rodriguez. Looks down the sideline. He has his man beat. Low cross from Gonzalez, but cleared away. Only to Gabani, though. As Stetson continues to mount the pressure. 6 minutes even. First half. 4-2. As Stetson will rotate it the entire way back and reset. Wintermeyer, Romero with time, turns, dribbles. Zink looking downfield, connects it with Myers. Over the top, Scattergood with inside position. Off his chest, though, and Kistner picks it up. Couldn't quite keep that one close to him. He was trying to chest it straight down, couldn't quite get over the ball to keep it low there, and just kind of deflected forward off him. Kistner will definitely go with that rather than a save. He would rather have the ball end up in his hands that way than from a rocket from the English midfielder. As now FGCU rotates it around the back. Looking for the point of attack here to go forward. Booted over the top. Markowitz could not quite run that one down. Ref wanted to back Gonzalez back. Gonzalez kind of stood there, then threw it again and put it on the ref. All right, this is Bates now with it. Defender on his back, help coming. Tried for Rodriguez there. A hard touch, left it for the defense to tackle away. FGCU coming up for it now. Markowitz keeps it in play I'll have apologies on this one. I thought he kept it in play. The linesman did not. But apologies for this one. He was going to Santanoc. If I missed that one, either Santanoc or Santanoc. It's from Barcelona. Scattergood goes off. And I believe that Seth Russ came on. Regardless, if that is indeed Seth Russ, and I believe it is now, he absolutely obliterated a goal in the Hatters' last home game. That was against Southern. Well, Georgia Southern, excuse me. His shot got blocked. He was seemingly incensed by it and just ripped a shot towards net. As the Hatters had a miscommunication there. They were setting up for a shot with numbers and openings there, and then Gonzalez put it between two Hatters, and FGCU's coming the other way now. They make it all the way wide to Markowitz. The counter is dead, but the attack is still on. So now they go around the back, maintaining possession here as we are under 3 minutes left in the half. 4-2 Hatters. Rowan plays it wide. Back to Rowan. Should be coming to Simpson here shortly, and it does. Normally, I'm not that good at predicting the future, but the tells were all there. As they go back across the field, trying to play up, dig their way out into the Stetson half. FGCU will now throw it in. They take the quick throw, and bit of advantage game. They've moved down the field into the attacking third until Gabani gets a foot in the way to prevent that pass. Now going over the top, they're looking for Russ downfield. Over the top of the head clearance by Rowan. Good clearance there. Did not have to turn. Sent it back over the top of his head. Took Russ out of the play. Maintained possession. Veteran defensive move. As now FGCU winds down this clock as we're approaching halftime at 4-2. I wouldn't have predicted 4-2 as a final score, let alone a halftime score. Now FGCU might get rid of that as they come on the counterattack. They've got a chance here. Shot is off target though. Now both benches are reacting to that one. Stetson's bench telling you, hey, it can happen that quickly. FGCU's bench telling them, hey, we need it to happen that quickly and a bit more clinical, and we're one goal down. Radielli sends it forward. Takes a bounce. Still not. Now there's clear possession as FGCU takes over. We don't have our veteran PA announcer here, George Woodhill. And our other announcer has missed our 1 minute countdown clock. As we're down to 25 seconds here in the first half here. As Romero takes it, he finds Rodriguez here, and the Hatters will see if they could do anything coming forward. We're 17 seconds away. Myers with the deep cross up in the air. Kistner was coming forward for it. Let it go. Drops for the Hatters, though. No call on that, and that'll be the final horn for the first half. Turbulent first half here at the ATC. Both sides with some offense. Stetson with more offense this half, though. 4-2 is our halftime score, and the teams are taking a 15-minute break. We'll have. They look like they're setting up the goal for the children on the main playing field, and I think that's what's going to happen. I won't be commentating on it, but we'll keep the camera on it, give you some enjoyment at home, something to watch for the next 15 minutes. This is a Hatter Vision production. I am Joseph Ashley. We will see you after halftime.
send it to me.
She totally sent it to me.
Welcome back to the ATC. We're here in DeLand, Florida for some ASUN Tuesday night soccer, the second half of Stetson and Florida Gulf Coast University. Stetson stormed out of the gates. 4 goals in the first half. Gulf Coast did have an answer, though. They have clawed 2 of those goals back, though. But we get started in 45 minutes will separate us from who takes the 3 seed in the ASUN tournament coming up and starting this weekend. Alessandro Gabani got us started, though. Corner kicks, design play to go long. The FGCU defense didn't close down on him. He just swung on the volley and obliterated the ball. And if it was on frame, no one was stopping it. It was indeed on frame. As the ball bounces around in the defensive half of the Eagles field, Gabani picks it up now. Musenden, Zink, up to Laura. Looking for Myers, but goes out of bounds. Defender there. Kept the through ball from going through. But Gabani with his 3rd goal started us off. Mata added a second moments later, but might get one here shortly. They're saying off Laura there. Now Laura objects that he realizes it was off him. Or at least called off him. I don't think that's going to change Daniel Gutierrez's mind. Regardless, Mata doubled the lead. 3:17 in, it was 2-0 Hatters. The Eagles answered, though, at 5:01. They tallied their first goal of the match. Stetson would add back-to-back goals in the first 2 minutes with Laura and Mata. And then Markowitz scored for Florida Gulf Coast University. And that is our scoreline. Our last goal scored at the 26:04 mark of the game. That's upward counting, not what would be on the clock counting down. So we've had about 25 minutes of a goal drought, and with these 2 teams, that is definitely a lot on this night. Toro was looking for Mata at the top of the Hatter attack, could not quite connect with him. Kistner sends it forward to Rowan. Back to Kistner. Not really any pressure there. As now the Florida Gulf Coast attack will start to go forward. Toro with the pressure, and then Mata. They're trying to send it forward. Gabani got a touch, couldn't really do anything with it, and FGCU is trying to go forward until Musenden gets in the way. The assistant ref tried to call a foul, overruled by the middle ref. The cross or shot, I'm not sure if that was quite on goal or quite the intent, was saved by Kistner regardless, or caught by Kistner. Now Stetson will regroup and throw it from back deep as DiLorenzo has it in his hands. Myers is out there for the Hatters here, did not get the start tonight. We will probably see Jacob Leonard come in for one of the backs before this one is over. Other than that, I think this is the starting 11 for the Hatters. Laura sends it wide. Up for Myers. Myers trying to go forward with it. Deflects off an Eagle, out of play. I'll try this one. I believe it's Giovanni Brown there that it deflected off of. My camera worker's wanting to know the struggle I had with that one, but giving me the thumbs up on the pronunciation. I don't think he knows any better, but I think he agrees with me on the call. I'm sure there will be complaints in the comment section from the Brown family, if I am wrong. And if I am wrong to the Brown family, I'm sorry. Regardless, FGCU with some possession now. Trying to find a good point of attack. Mata jars it loose, and he's going to pick it up in the final third. Mata still carrying it, goes wide to Toro. Shot! That, I believe, was our actual first save of the match. And that goes out for a throw. Kistner got a palm to it, jarred it loose, still went across the face of goal, but enough to keep it out. Myers will pick this one up. You'll see the throw come in and booted forward. FGCU breaking with numbers now. We'll see what they can do down here. Through ball comes in. Radaeli, I believe, had called for it before Moosenden just belted backwards. To be fair, I couldn't hear Radaeli call for it either, but he was staring at it right as Moosenden cleared it out for a corner. If it was Owen Jack in net, you would have heard that from the next county. They'd be asking in Claremont, what was that yell that said mine? Regardless, cross comes in. Dangerous chance here. Shot is blocked. Gabani sends it out.
He's on the run.
Oh my, that's... I don't know if it'll be a yellow. It'll certainly be a talking to. Toro took kind of a chunk on that one. As they send the ball back, the ref went over to mark the spot of the free kick. Even though it was a counter, no card issue. As far as I can tell, no talking to issue. Could have looked more violent to me than it actually was, though. Service over the top. Laura's not going to be able to catch that one. But Stetson rotating forward now. Pressure before the goal kick is even taken. Rowan with it now as that formation shifts around. And FGCU sends it around the back looking for a spot to probe forward here. Rowan carrying now. Mata had just dispossessed him though. Very careful in his approach now. Gabani with the dispossession. Mata ends up with it, sending it forward for Laura, but Kistner off his line quickly to recover. I spoke highly of these goalkeepers here, and then they've been beaten all night, but not in the second half. Both teams want, well, Stetson especially wants to lock up the back end, but this will be a battle for the 3 seed. Should FGCU come back and even tie it, they will take the 3 seed in the A-Sun tournament. Still in the field of play as they play down the line there. The Eagles maintain possession and don't surrender a throw in either, as the Hatters had more or less, they'd slowed down, thought it had gone out, but they've recovered now. That ball squirts free there. Wintermeyer steps up. He was looking for Mata, but sent it in between Mata and Toro. Eagles will restart with possession in their own end. The attack starts with Kistner as he's encouraging his team to play it forward and play better. Stetson being very disciplined, though. They're playing a tight, compact unit at the back line with a very high line, but here comes over the top. Zink with it, sends it wide. FGCU recovers, though. The attack's still on. Myers trying to prevent it. Low cross comes in. Wintermeyer solid as a rock in the fence, and here come the Hatters. Laura's on his horse. He's going to get to this one, maybe get the corner, too. Slows it down. Shifts inside, fakes the shot, pass back. Moosenden with it. He goes around the horn. Gabani with it, shot deflects free. Falls kindly for Myers. Myers to Laura. Laura looking at the end line, measuring his defender. Cuts in, cuts back. 2 defenders closing down. Back to Meyer, who keeps it in play, but a heavy touch, and then a clearance sends it out. Meyer finally has it back in his hand. Takes a look at Laura. We'll see what he elects. Throw for Laura. Good stretching control. He just takes it over the corner flag. They're going to try to play keep away there. Keep it pinned deep. I don't know how that ball stayed in, but ruled that it did. And here come the Eagles on a counter. Switching the point of attack while they've got the Hatters upfield here. But good dispossession by Moosenden. He's done an outstanding job in that midfield role. Toro with it now. Cross, blocked, corner. Toro has been giving the FGCU backline fits all night. It's just, he's quick off the gun, can get down there fast down the sideline, sends in those cross, has great ball handling as we're stopping the clock here for a moment. I believe they were deeming the Hatters were taking too long, and they have a point in this case. Home announcer nothing, you call them like you see them. So the clock will stay steady at 34-17, and they will restart it on the kick because Daniel Gutierrez has his eyes locked on that pack in the middle, not even watching the corner. Service comes in. Headed in the air, still there. Backpedaled, Kistner clears it. Still in the defensive third, though, but a nice spin from Brown gets it free. And FGCU has an attack. Brown was down there calling for the ball. Gabani stopped the through ball at the cost of a throw, and here are some subs.
Substitution. 10. Number 17, Santinel.
Eagles will get us back underway with a throw here. That was Travis throwing it in. And Brown draws the foul from Meyer, and this is going to be good area for the cross for the FGCU team. That's Alves holding it now, or Alves. We'll see where he's from. From Brazil, I'm going to guess that's Alves. Cross comes in, and good save by Radaeli. Tips it over the bar. Corner kick to the near side was the ruling. The Eagles were arguing from the corner, which was granted. What threw them off was the corner that was pointed to. Danny Gutierrez had pointed to, had pointed to the near side. Service comes in, headed over the bar. Goal kick given this time. The Eagles were expecting the corner kick to that far side corner. He pointed what looked like near the goal, and they were protesting. It was a corner to the near side, though. Quickly dropped the protest once they realized what the call actually was. Radaeli here hovering over it. Pounds it forward. Good distance on this one. Up to Mata at the front line. Headed backwards. Toro trying to run onto it, but a good play by the back line there to send it to Kistner as he's all the way at the end line before he sends it forward. No one to receive his, though. Bounces out of bounds at the midfield point. Originally, it looks like Saki had grabbed that, and he's dropped it and left it for...
Go header!
He dropped it, left it for DiLorenzo, which he normally would do anyway with DiLorenzo on that side. But the ref stopped the clock anyway. Quick kick taken from the free kick, and Myers on his horse trying to shield Brown. Does, but at the cost of giving up a deep throw. Brown was providing the pressure there. Didn't have much for help even if he won the ball, but the pressure there forced the issue and gave them the throw. Very high intelligence and high effort to make that play. It's underestimated. He couldn't have done much with it, but the pressure forced it down there. Now the deep throw made it all the way back to the 6-yard box and created a chance where there was none through Brown's effort. But right now, Stetson's going forward. Laura had the free run there, but Kistner was about the 18-yard box when he started his run, anticipating trouble. What I had preached earlier is finally coming to fruition with the veteran goalkeepers. Now Stetson will make a couple changes. That's Gio Rodriguez starting on. Charles All replaces Mata, gives him a little high five as he comes on. 30-24 remaining after the subs are made. Myers with it now, looking for somewhere to throw the ball. Laura has it, tips it forward to Gabani. Good shifty move, but he's still got a bunch of trouble around him, and the FGCU defense bust it free. They try to go quick, but Wintermeyer's quick off the back line to take it back for the Hatters. Toro into all dispossessed. FGCU trying to go over the top, and they've got the ball now. Saki back there in defense and played out. Saki's going to try to throw it relatively quickly to jar the ball loose, but DeLorenzo stops him there. The ref stops the clock again for the throw swap. I know Stetson has a lead here, but that was not an inordinate amount of time to stop the clock. Handball called. It's on FGCU. I did not see it. Wintermeyer trying to look over the top. Got Toro down there, jumps, but he was giving up about a foot to his defender, who wins that header easily. Another handball. Could see this one here as the free kick's given around midfield. The most courteous of midfield runs to not waste time. The Eagle carried the ball, put it precisely on the spot. You only see that when a team is trailing. Ball went over the line, throw. No idea the miscommunication there, but immediately put out for a Stetson throw. Cross attempt, blocked, Stetson throw. Looking for Laura in the box, cleared again for a throw. It's a little nice catch there on the sideline there. Now they find Laura not really in the box, and he can't quite keep it under control for a goal kick. Some youth here tonight that have clearly had a lot of sugar below us. FGCU with it now, though. They rotated around. Rowan looking forward there, found a connection, turn, looking forward again for Brown, who should be able to control this. He does. Myers there with him as Brown gets inside, looking for a shot. Moosenden, it's looking there. Oh my. Corner kick is Colton, nicknamed Freight Train Myers, bowls over Brown there. Corner kick given. He was closing out quickly. I did not see Malice in there. I just saw Defender in there. Bit of a limp, but staying on. Daniel Gutierrez checked him over, not calling for any trainers. Walking a bit more steadily now. Service comes in. Headed away. DeLorenzo got taken out after the play. Lorenzo with the header, and the attacking player missed the header, but you could tell that's what they were going for, as it went shoulder to shoulder to Lorenzo. And now what was basically a goal kick as Radaeli sends it forward. Laura has it skip off the top of his head. Rodriguez was in there lurking, couldn't do anything. Laura runs that ball down, though. Still bouncing loose, kind of cleared back and forth, waiting for 50-50 balls. Gabani chested down. Brown collects. Over the top. Zink loses it briefly, though, but Moosenden picks it up, and he's coming forward. Looking for Laura. Finds Laura. Back to Moosenden. Looking for All. He's on his horse. This is going to be a foot race. All with the shoulder bump gets called for the foul. And clock's going to stop. He's going to either get a yellow or a talking to. Just a talking to for the moment. Daniel Gutierrez has done a good job tonight keeping these teams from out being chippy. Possibly the 2-goal lead has done that too. But a lot of stoppages here in the second half so far. But no goals to speak of in this half. Exact opposite of the first half, as we have 25-18 left in this one. 4-2 Hatters here in DeLand, Florida at the Athletic Training Center on the university, or the Stetson University campus. FGCU wanted to go quick, but they have a sub. It's on the near side, or the near side of the field for them at least, and it's made quickly here. Still throw back to Rowan. Cross field, that's Travis with it, back to Rowan. As they go up the far side here as Stetson wins the throw. Daniel Gutierrez's arm's the only one that really matters there, but about 17 Hatters told him it was a Stetson throw. Gabani with it. Pressure coming. Gabani has it squirt free, but favorable bounce for the Eagles there as they're turning now. Wintermeyer forces it wide. Here's Gabani. Cross. Eventually an Eagle will land on the end of it, but not the far post like they had imagined. As now the ball is dispossessed there. Player goes down, trying to draw the foul. Not paid attention to. All with it now, and it's a 2v2 if All can be fast with help coming behind him. Squirts it forward to, I believe that's Gabriel Toro. Oh! My mistake. That was not Toro. That was Rodriguez. No card given. No scrums over there. As Gutierrez was told before the match, the likely results of a scrum in this match will not be kind to either side. Regardless now, set piece for the Hatters. I believe that's all over this one. Service comes in. Zink was far post, but the FGCU defense was in the way as Moosenden chests it down, sends it forward just in a void to prevent a counter. Making the Eagles build from the back has been the bread and butter of the Stetson defense this half, and so far it has worked. But that's so far, not necessarily this attack. Cross, low pass to the middle there. Zink with a dispossession. Solid at the back. Laura with it now. Couple around him. Beats his defender, and now there's a foot race on. Laura, the keeper, defender to his left. Shot! Saved by Kistner. Kick save! Great save. Laura forced onto his left, limited with the goal, limited with the power, put it on frame towards that far post. Kistner with his foot fully extended, got the hockey goalkeeper's kick save, put it right into the corner. But now Stetson's still on the offensive half. Service comes in. That was Wintermeyer crashing, but the header right before him drops kindly for All. All with a move down there. Another cross maybe about to happen. Shifts out of the defense. Now the cross comes in. Offside. They're celebrating, but offside. No goal. Crowd here does not realize that the offside flag was up. You can see it from where I'm standing if you follow the game. Almost our 7th goal of the game, but the offside flag was up and correctly up at that point. Offside flag correctly up on that attack as well. Stetson thought they had retaken a 3-goal lead, but just off. It was one of those, if you were watching on YouTube, the camera was pretty close panned on it. You should have been able to see the offside on that goal at home. But this one's going over the top and may drop for Laura. Rowan headed it away from his keeper. We'll see the ruling. The ruling looks like corner. But he pointed in the air, maybe throw. Judging by the formations, corner. Radielli is in the center circle. 2 defenders back deep, marking 2 outlets for FGCU. Short option went inside, 7 targets. Header. Laura shot. And it's in the net. It was bouncing around. I'll have to actually go back on YouTube later tonight to see who knocked that one in. As of right now, I don't think the Hatters actually care. 5-2. Stetson leads. Roughly 22 minutes left.
Yeah, it was all their players. I'd agree with that. It was bouncing around. I'll go back and look later and may break one, but for now, yeah.
As of this moment, Luis Laura, number 7, credited for the goal. But with the defense in the area and it bouncing around, no assist granted. Laura looking very happy, though. I'm not even sure if he actually knows on this. Looks like we have a Stetson sub, and Kistner is being pulled for the visitors. 5 goals on the season. Coming into this game, Owen Jack was second behind Kistner for save percentage. That may have gone the way of the Dodo. As we get restarted here, 5-2, 20:18 remaining on a now turning clock after the kickoff. Offensive explosion for the Hatters. You can see there on the far sideline is FGCU's head coach is consoling and coaching his goalkeeper there. They will need him in the upcoming tournament. The score may favor Stetson, but this is still a quality FGCU side. I was going to say, one of the crowd chants I never understood was chanting overrated. You're immediately devaluing your own win by saying your opponent's overrated. No, this FGCU team is a good team. They beat Lipscomb. They're near the top of the ASUN table. They were in 3rd entering. Stetson just happens to be benefiting from better play tonight. Foul given. I believe that was Brown that went down there. And I am incorrect on that one. Where am I? I thought it said 25 for the minute. He runs forward, and it does indeed look like 20, though. But he's up and fine now. Excellent control from Mata there. Good open field tackling by this FGCU team there. I don't even think a play on the ball, but Mata kind of stepped into it there. Ref didn't call anything, so I guess no foul there as FGCU's trying to go forward. Maintaining possession around the Stetson final third. Good move by Brown there to get loose there and potentially get a goal scoring situation there. Clock will be stopped as Brown is down. He may have taken a finger to the eye or something to that effect.
This medal's freaking not me. Not what I think it's worth 6 sustained. Because he took 3 steps to go into the box to go down. I think that's what he was trying for. Good job, by the way. I didn't have to tell you.
All right, that was Brown indeed off. He is on his feet, but due to concussion protocol, has to step off. So this will be a 10-player kick here until the kick actually happens when Brown is allowed to re-enter the game. For now, though, free kick in a dangerous position for FGCU. Down by 3, 18 minutes left. Winner take all for the number 3 seed. Cross comes in, and header whiffed on by all attacking members. Great cross. You got to give it up for that cross. It was in the right area to where if any deflection, offensive or defensive, hits it, it's in the net. There is not a lot you could do. Brown comes back on, though, and the power play for the Hatters is over. Radielli sends it forward as they bang the seats down here in front of me. Metal bleachers getting loud here. Couldn't even hear the whistle. Gabani plays it forward. I think he was thinking of being sneaky again. He took advantage of a good situation where the goalie was out of his goal box there. Moosenden is already disappointed with that one. When you're leaning back in any shot in soccer, it's going over the bar. Unless you're underneath the bar. Or you're far enough away to where it lands under the bar. Regardless, though, good seal out, and the Hatters are going forward. Mata with a spin takes out 2 defenders. Cross comes in. Rodriguez in there to play it off his head. Nobody to help him, though. FGCU takes possession. Going forward. 16:30 left. Second half. 5-2 Hatters. We have a FIFA 23 kind of scoreline here with these two teams. Would not have been a score I correctly predicted no matter how long. I guess eventually mathematically I would have got it right. Over the line, throw. And FGCU will make a change.
spending $16 on that. It'll be freaking $20 at Black Friday. That's when I get them. Hey, 3 weeks, bro. I've been playing it.
I brought up the FIFA 23 reference my cameraman approves. Apparently he has it and he's playing it here. The Hatters are playing like they should be on that game. Kind of double tackle there and foul in the way of the Eagles as Stetson backs off. Quick kick. Zink says no thanks, sends it right back where it came from. Quick kick again. This time Gutierrez allows play to continue. Just under 15. We are at 14:55, second half countdown clock. As Mata has it with pressure from behind. Two-hand push there, that's going to be a yellow. Might be frustration involved. Just has not been the Eagles' night. Not really an excuse, but you understand where the team is coming from there. And there's the yellow card issued to Brown. This was the Hatters here the other night with Lipscomb there, to where things had just not gone their way and some frustration fouls. You keep in mind, if you're older than this, how you would act as a 20 and a 21-year-old, 19-year-old. Not really an excuse, but doesn't have to be an excuse. You just have to understand. Played and out of bounds for an Eagles throw. They gain some yardage and try to put it through the air. Still controlled by the visitors over on that sideline. Stetson trying to dig it out. They finally do. They send it forward, but over the end line. Stetson able to sub, but only because FGCU was subbing there on their throw.
Sheldon Saki, number 9, Kelvin Zink.
Zink departs. I guess they're trying to take out the starters here. 14-11 left. Trying to save them a little juice. There's going to be a lot of games, a lot of travel for both these teams coming up here. It's very important fixtures coming up in the A-Sun tournament. But FGCU and Stetson not thinking too much about that. Good cross into the middle. Potential shot situation. Shot. He avoided the defenders in front of him, but put it wide of post. He's frustrated with the shot, but he actually got in there. A fairly good shot. Anywhere else, I think the shot gets blocked by defenders. But he put it on the side that Radaeli could not stop the shot from. So while he's frustrated there, not actually a bad attempt due to the defense closing out on him. As Stetson makes another change. Looks like it's Steele Norton up front now, making an appearance as they try to go over the top. The Hatters look to close this one out. Radaeli just puts this one towards the box. Fortunately behind it for the residents in our mobile press box, I guess is the best description for it. It's a giant steel box where our marketing team is at, our PA announcer. Some game ops are there. It's a foul on FGCU at the far end as they'll give up the free kick. Stetson obviously in no hurry to take this one here, just trying to see out this game at the current score line. Happy with the 5-2 win. Radaeli will eventually take this one as that's either Saki over there or Musenden, and I believe it's Saki back there that's kind of slow to get up. Radaeli, the Italian lefty, punches it forward there. One header there. Good seal out there by the Hatters, trying to maintain possession in the midfield. Eventually, Rodriguez gets it. Back to Zink. Sackey with it now. Looking for Steele Norton, but Norton was offside and he knew it, so he let that one go. Force the pressure, because when they have it, might as well go up, touch it, give them a free kick anyway if you can. But the pressure forced the kick out of bounds, and here comes another sub. Tavon Musenden will make way for Miguel Romero.
Substitution, number 21, Miguel Romero. In, number 32, Tavon.
Romero, another one of the Hatter youth there. Got to be careful using that HU term. Laura with a chance here. Crossed, I believe, though. Open on that far side for the run, just couldn't quite catch up to it. That might have actually been, no, it was not Romero, but it might have been Mata. Good header from Zink, but bouncing around still. Bates can't quite handle it. And good counterattack from FGCU. Zink eventually sends it out. Retained by Rodriguez. Chip forward, Romero with it. Romero sends it forward out of the reach of the defender, and the defender with a grip on Romero will not let him squirt free, but free kick given. Not a frustration foul, not a bad foul either. A foul to prevent further damage with numbers forward. A smart foul. Radaeli sends the service upfield. Misses everybody. Laura in the area. Headed back. I was wanting to say Kistner, but Kistner has been pulled. So I will suffice with the goalkeeper. Kind of frustrated it was not headed to him for an easy grab. Hatter corner, though. And they are throwing a lot of numbers backward. 3 defenders back. Corner played short and out. Jump to try to knock the cross as the two interplay with each other. And nothing gained, more or less, from the corner. Time wasted, which the Hatters will live with. The ball squirts out. Stetson throw. 9:40 left. Turning clock. 5-2 scoreline. The Hatters will sub. And the Eagles will sub. I believe both coaches know the potential for sparks between these teams, we'll call them. You get your younger players on there, you know it's a lopsided scoreline. The last thing you want is any kind of suspension going into the conference tournament. Also, if you're pulling your starters, you get them a little bit of extra rest there. A lot of important games both ways on the table still. And you get fresh players out there and you say, hey, you're not guaranteed that spot in the lineup for the conference tournament. Go out there and get it. And you put a challenge to your players and you see if they can make a difference in this one, if they can add another goal for the Hatters or claw another one back for the Eagles. And you'll see what they can do. Right now the Eagles with a good set of possession here as they're hanging onto this ball and advancing forward in numbers, connecting up a bunch of passes. Right now, good driving on goal till Kelvin Zink gets himself in a good defensive position. Now Steele Norton with it. Norton plays it forward, still in the field of play. He's trying to run onto it. Good tackle by Rowan, though, prevents further damage. Norton's kind of frustrated there, but he made a good play to get around a couple defenders there. He wanted to take it on net, though. Laura departs. Russ comes on. Laura has had an outstanding game with 2 goals to his credit there. Stetson will, they'll enjoy this one while they have it. Bates driving now. Ruled to be off Bates after the tackle by Rowan. Kicked it, Bates touched it, goal kick. Good play by the defender there. Not sure if he was just trying to send it out or send it off the players. He's kind of got a bit of a limp there, too. Trying to just walk it out, though, and see out this final 7:18 on the clock. 5-2 scoreline. Hatters up. Offensive explosion early both ways. 6 goals in just over 26 minutes. 26:04, the last of those 6 goals scored. Hatters blew it open early, though. Very surprising, though, as we now have some bench players here and not quite as sharp skill-wise. That one was off Rowan, who's had a frankly long game dealing with these Stetson forwards here. Maybe a little miscommunication, maybe a bit of an off play. Sends it forward here. Kept in play by Bowl. Hatters have it. Romero couldn't quite receive that one, though, as it was just belted forward. Brown trying to run that one down, but that one's going to beat him back to Fort Myers. Another sub for the visitors. They're pulling Rowan. Their coaching staff saw the same thing I did with that little limp, though. He doesn't look to have it now, but when he was getting up there, just maybe a little tweak of something. Get him an extra bit of rest, though, and no sense in keeping him out there right now with what all these viewers here with me tonight should know is around the corner for both these squads. Lipscomb and Central Arkansas await for both these teams. Although it could be a case of this might be your 3 versus 4 tournament game. Nice veteran play there by the back line, but they managed to keep it in when the clearance goes a little wayward from the keeper there. And here come the Eagles coming forward. Cross comes in. Radaeli scoops it up after it takes a deflection. Chance over. Game's kind of wound down here. Both defenses are kind of sitting back. Not really inviting pressure, but they're trying to counter off everything. Norton there couldn't quite come up with it. Now the CDMs for FGCU send it forward. Radaeli's going to burn some clock here, forcing the forward to come pressure him to pick it up. The general veteran move you would expect from a keeper, although this one's a freshman. Now you'll see his left foot boot this one away. Low boot, looking for Romero. Romero with a good seal out, stays on his feet, spins, loses it, and eventually the ref's forced to call the foul there. Romero about glared wanting that call. Now leave it in the back. Zink takes it. Little kick over the top. Good control there. Through ball as the Hatters have something developing. Crossed into the box. The Eagles with one clearance and maintain possession. Build from the back. Not really a counterattack quickly, but maybe turning into one. As the ball squirts free. Now it's sent centrally. Sent back to Radaeli with defense closing. Radaeli pounds it across midfield, though. Norton trying to seal out for it. Can't really bring it down and under control. Eagles sending it forward. 3:23 left, winding clock. 5-2 Hatters. By far their best A-Sun matchup performance of the season. Offside flag raised. You could hear the Hatters on the field calling offside. Gonsalves wanted to go a little too quick, but he was about 10 yards up pitch from where that offside actually happened. But we appreciate you viewing, whether you be for the Hatters or for the Eagles tonight. If you've been here all season, we vastly and thoroughly appreciate it. Bates to Romero there as the Hatters control it in the midfield, just looking to send it forward, burn more clock. Drops kindly for Bates there, shifts around the defender. Through ball to penalty kick given. Norton taken down in the box. I'm trying to look for the experienced penalty kick taker on the field. I do not see one. So it will be interesting to who they send up for this one. Also with a backup keeper. Game is really not in doubt whether it's in or out. So we'll see if this one gets converted. Defenders and offensive players not even crowding the box for a rebound here. Shot, goal, converted penalty. I'm not sure there's any other way to describe FGCU now other than just defeated. It's been one of those nights for the visitors where you just take it on the chin, and they will not like the trip back home. Tomorrow, it won't look any better, but it will be motivation. Do not underestimate this team in the tournament. Do not underestimate this team's quality. Saying that, Stetson's been that much better tonight. They've been sharp from the outset. They've been sharp to the finish. As they go up now 6-2 with 130 seconds remaining. I knew there was going to be offense today. I knew it would be for both sides, but I thought both keepers may have a lid on it. I was wrong. Clinical offense on both sides. In the second half, some clinical defense, though. As here come the Hatters again. 100 ticks on the clock as Norton finally draws the foul. And to the crowd's credit, nobody has left. There is a good traveling contingent here from FGCU fans, not necessarily from the Fort Myers area, but around the state of Florida for specific players. Punched away, down for Russ. Russ wanted to shoot immediately, couldn't control it real good. Bates with it now, and the FGCU defense clears before giving up a seventh, or at least an attempt at a seventh. And they might try to find a third here. Played forward, Brown runs onto it, cross in a very dangerous area, shot, and they do find a third. Brown picks up an assist. Bull being credited for the goal. 6-3. I told both coaches before the game I would go over their goals to grant second assist if necessary. I will be busy tonight. As we're just trying to see out the final 42 minutes. We started with a glut of goals. We've ended with a glut of goals. 2 in the final 3 minutes. And guess what? 2 in the first 3 minutes. 9 goals tonight. As the Eagles throw it in, we're 20 seconds and rolling down. Hatters really going to take their time with this throw. I don't expect it here. Well, that was quicker than I expected. 5, 4, 3. And that should about wrap us up for this evening. Stetson wins. Stetson takes the 3rd seed in the A-Sun tournament. Just a 6-3 scoreline here. You can tell there's some frustration on the FGCU bench, but you'd expect it. Expect them to be a highly motivated team. They are not going to like this taste in their mouth. They will come back in the A-Sun tournament. But for tonight, Hatters win. 6-3 your final. This should be, barring, not really miracle, it won't be a miracle, but barring something spectacular, this should be our last Hatter Vision production for the year. We'll be on ESPN Plus for our games inside the Edmonds Center. Maybe ESPN Plus next fall. We're not quite sure on the situation there. But for now, I thank you for joining me this evening. I'm Joseph Ashley. I'll go ahead and shout out a few of my workers here. Jonathan Velasquez on the stat inputs tonight. He had Brant calling for him. Daniel Perrette on the camera. Morgan Taylor was our graphics for this evening. Getting them a little bit of credit out there. But once again, your final score and our so long from DeLand for this year. Hatters 6, Eagles 3. I'm Joseph Ashley. I thank you for joining me tonight, and we'll catch you next time.